Hello, in this video I wanted to show you how you access and set up MyMathLab through the Canvas online learning management system that we use at Mount Ida. So the first thing you're going to need to do is get into Canvas. How you get into Canvas, there's a bunch of different ways. If you're not sure, the easiest way is to go to the mountida.edu website and scroll to the very bottom where the quick links are. And you can click on the Canvas link there and it'll take you into the sign-in page. So if you haven't accessed Canvas before, definitely find out how to get your username and password to get in. But most students at this point have learned how to get into Canvas through their orientation. So once you log in with your username and password, you enter the Canvas homepage, which has all of your courses listed as tiles. So you would select the particular course that you're going to be accessing. So my section of Elements of College Algebra would be the course that you select. And then at this point I'm going to go ahead and change settings to make the view a student view instead of an instructor view like I have. So right now I've entered the student view. So this would be what you see on your side when you open up my course on your Canvas site. So the home page is our modules page. So you can either select home or modules. They do the same thing. They get you to the same place. So that's your home page because that's going to be probably the easiest way to get to homework assignments and what's happening in the course week to week. There's also the syllabus page if you want some general information about the course or quickly check my office hours and things of that nature. But the general place that you're going to go is this home page to select the different assignments. So in order to do all your homework assignments through MyMathLab, you have to get set up. So there's two ways that you can enter MyMathLab. One option is to click on one of these MyMathLab homework assignments. So like this first one, the bonus, MyMathLab tutorial, the pre-class, and R4 homework. Anything that has a homework label is a MyMathLab assignment. So one option that you can enter MyMathLab is by clicking on that. A second option is to select this MyLab and Mastering tab. That will also get you directly into MyMathLab. Really the only difference between the two, the MyLab and Mastering takes you to the overall MyMathLab site. These links take you just to the assignment. So if you only care about that particular assignment, then it would be better probably to select this link. If you want to go into the general MyMathLab site, this is the MyLab and Mastering. So either one you select will get you into the registration menu. If I click MyLab and Mastering, it's going to open up in the side window the option to open up MyLab and Mastering as a secondary window. So if you click on this and nothing happens, it's probably because your pop-up blocker is on, and that's a really common issue. You got to make sure that your pop-up blocker is either turned off or that you're allowing the pop-ups to happen as you're accessing MyMathLab, because it will open new windows as you click on things. So here you can see I've entered the sign-in page. Again, if I hadn't chosen that tab, if I was back in the modules or home tab and selected one of these homework assignments, I would have gotten to that same initial menu. So the first screen in either place is going to be this end user agreement. It's typical sort of thing dealing with technology. You have to accept that. And then the second step in either case is going to be either signing in with your Pearson account or creating a Pearson account. So here you can see that page within Canvas, or you can see it when it popped out as a pop-out page from the MyMathLab and Mastering. So in either case, you have to either create or sign in. If you've used MyMathLab before or one of the Pearson products, you may have a username and password that you can use. If you know that you haven't used anything like this before, then you'll have to go through the steps of creating one. Now in the creation process, it's going to ask for your email address, it's going to ask you to use a username, a password, and etc. This is just to open up the MyMathLab access. So the email address you choose doesn't really matter. However, since this is linked to my Mount Ida class, it may be best to use your mountida.edu address. That way, if there's issues in the future or whatever, if you have to get in touch with Pearson, you know that it was your Mount Ida email address versus a personal email address. Once you have your username and password, you can go ahead and log in. So I'll show you, I'll log in with mine. And this is going to bring you to where you can either purchase the MyMathLab access. So there's the option to use a credit card or PayPal to purchase your access. And it has the cost right here. It's $103.95. That includes your MyMathLab access for the period of the semester and also the e-text. So you do not need to purchase a textbook. A second option is to enter an access code. So you can buy those from the Mount Ida bookstore. And it's essentially a piece of paper with the code on it that you would enter, showing that you've already purchased access for the course. So if you purchased it from the Mount Ida bookstore, you can enter your code here. Or if you haven't bought anything, or you don't want to buy something from the Mount Ida bookstore, you can purchase your access here. A third option, which would be good if you're waiting for financial aid, or maybe you're not sure if you want to take this course this semester and you're kind of feeling it out, and you're more than likely thinking about dropping the course, then you have the temporary access code. So everybody could sign up for the temporary access code and then either purchase or enter your access code from the purchase of the code at the Mount Ida bookstore after the 14 days. However, I've noticed that using the temporary code, it's a little bit tough to transition over. Or it could be that on that day 14, something critical was going on, and you forget to go buy your code, and then it becomes a little bit of a hassle. So if you know you're going to stick it out in the course, it may be nice to just go ahead and either purchase your code at the bookstore and enter it, or just pay it with a credit card or PayPal on the website. But everybody can use this temporary access code as well. So using one of those three options, you can click on those and get started in the course.